So there's a lot of internal nitty-gritty technical aspects of cell scripting. They're their own syntax. That's what we are going to discuss right now. But in last class, we talk about something piping, redaction, or we have built one project that is how can you create a program or a script that monitor your RAM utilization. That's what we have done in my last part of it, right? So let's go deep into cell scripting. So concept what I'm going to explain you right now is very, very critical. Okay, I'll go step by step to explain this concept to you. But rather than focus more on syntax part, okay, try to relate every syntax with the real world use case. Okay, try to do this. And if you're creating the notes with me, okay, so don't just write the syntax, just map it or link it with one use case. Means when this thing happen, then I use the syntax. When this what the scenario gonna come up, then I gonna use this syntax and so on. That will make more sense. This is how we work in the real world also, right? so so let's start guys with the next part of the cell scripting. Okay, so the one thing is I would like to start with is, let's say this is my Linux system. So for the cell scripting purpose, you can write your script in any system wherever you have the shell or bash shell. Okay, so in this system I already have the shell. Let me start from here. So let me open my terminal. So this concept what I'm going to explain you right now is very, very critical, very important, because almost whatever we do in the cell scripting, okay, is completely depend on this concept. We use this concept very heavily and in very detail also. Okay, so what the concept is all about. So my question to everyone is who are there with me. When I run some command give the output. Some command does not give some output, like touch command. That does not give any output. They create the file. Okay, so point is, if some command does not give the output, or maybe some command give the output, how you come to know this command runs successfully? How can you prove me the command that you run right now, date command, is giving you a successful output? Because there's possibility those who have teach you Linux, or you read something from the book, they might write something wrong there. They say if you run the date command, they will give this output. And because you see this output, it means you feel the command is right. But there's chances, maybe there's chances, the guy who created the date command, according to this guy does not want to give this output. They want to give some other output. So what you see right now, it look like it is a right output, but there's a possibility the one who created this command, he want to provide some other output. So what I'm trying to tell you, this output may be wrong or incomplete. So how can you prove me that any command that you run, date command, cal command, touch command, ls command, echo command, what a command would be, whatever output they are giving or they might not be giving, are the right or successful output? Okay, so there's two ways, guys, to prove this. One way is this date command is created by someone. Okay, and this someone name maybe you can find in the manual of the commands. Maybe sometimes they find, and sometimes manual they also write the author name or the developer name, the email ID, the website. Go contact to this person somehow and ask them, hey, I am running the date command, and this is the output. Can you prove me and can you tell me, because you are the developer of the command, can you tell me this command is right or not? Because developer are the one who will tell what is right, what is wrong, because they are the one who develop, right? This is one approach. This again is obviously the right approach, but it's not feasible actually. Not every time you can mail and ask the developer or the creator of the command. Okay, so that is the reason. That is the reason. Okay, any and every developer mostly Okay, what they do, okay, whenever you run any command that is equal to program, let's say date, okay, program, what they do, one minute, what they do, they say if you run this command, okay, if this command might have multiple lines of code in some language, if all the lines run successfully, it means your code runs successfully. So finally, I will send you the status. Okay, that your program runs successfully and finally program stop because they run successfully. So this status is technically known as exit. And they give you some code that's called exit code or status code. Okay, and if the status code or known as exit code, if it equals to 0, that means successful. And if it equals to any other number, maybe 1 or some other number, that means the command failed. The point is, every command or program, when you run, they send that's called return exit code. So anyone who ever done any programming language, I see, if you've done by chance, so you might have used main function. In the main function, the last time you write is return 0. That is it. That is that what I'm exactly talking about. If you know, otherwise that's okay. My point is, when you run any program or command, okay, if they run successful, they send exit code 0. 0 means successful. Or anything that's successful in the real world, that is also known as truth. This is reality. So success is also equals to true. Any number, other number gonna come up that is also equals to failure. Means this command is not run successfully. Or failure is also equals to false. So if you know anything of programming language, you know 0, 1, true, false, boolean. So true is like a true is like a 1, false is like a 0. But don't be confused. Okay, this 0 is different thing, this 1 is different thing. This 2 and 1 I'm talking about the boolean perspective. Boolean means yes or no. Okay, but this 0 is a code that is called successful. So I don't want to confuse you, so I would like to remove this number, so no confusion. Okay, so point is, whenever you run any command, this command, after they run successfully, they return a special number that's called exit code, and this number is stored in your shell in a special variable. What is variable? You know, x5. This variable we create. This is called user defined variables. And how to get the value? Well, x. But some variable is created by shell automatically. Okay, those are called special or the internal variables of the shell. And one of the variable that shall create for us for something. For example, when I run date command, the exit code of this command they store in a special variable called question mark. This is a variable name. Who created? Shall created internally. But what this variable contains? This variable contains the exit code of the last command. And how to print the value? Echo. And because this is variable, so we have to write the symbol, dollar symbol, 0. It means the last command run successful. For example, run the one more command, date 1 is wrong command, fail. If I run the echo, is what? 127. Any other number apart from 0, that means failure. Some command will give you 127, some will give you 1, depend how the developer create this code. Or when you see 0, for example, cal when I run, they run successfully, I don't know. Okay, after this command, they update this variable. Okay, 0. It means this command run successfully. Now, why is so important? Because this 0 is equals to true. And true, guys, we use a lot in our programming world. And when we use mostly when we take the decision. Okay, and what decision? If I do this, if something happen, otherwise I don't do. So whenever you want something, it happen, you're happy, successful, true. Then you do something. Okay, so mostly in a programming world, in the real life also, we take some decision. And I believe, guys, every time, every second, human being keep on taking a decision. And decision is always based on some conditions. You are listening to me right now, there's a condition. If you are interested on this topic, that is a condition. If this topic is interesting, then you take a decision, you're listening to me. Okay? You want to go to movie, this is your decision or take, but the condition would be you should have a seat available or not. Okay? So decision we always do based on condition. And when I say decision, I mean to say you do something that's called action. Action. And in the life, guys, the condition is always two. It is your desirable or not. Okay? Are you feeling this topic is interesting or not? There's no second, third. It means either true or false, 0 or 1. Yes or no. Let's go Boolean. Boolean. Okay? Why I'm saying this point to you? Because in the programming world, whenever you want to take a decision, okay, you will work on true or you work on false. But in the programming, but in a shell scripting, the true is equals to 0. Okay, and this in the shell script we're talking about. In your normal programming, let's say C language or Python, 0 technically means false. But here 0 means successful. Successful means true. And any other number from 1 and onward, it is false. Okay, so what is condition? Condition means if you are true, then you are in the right condition. And if you're right condition, then you take a decision. And who help you in the taking a decision? If keyword. If say I'll check the condition. If the condition is true, in our case 0, means execute code is 0, then I will do something. I'll take some action. What action? Depend, guys. So whatever action you want to take, okay, we will write the action inside one block. This is called block of if. So in simple term, I don't want to roam around, move around here and there. In simple term, I'm teaching you if else. If or else, that's all. And I believe most of you guys know what is if else. But why I'm explaining in this way? Because this is how we will work. That's what I'm trying to build the story. Okay, so typically, what I want to do, okay, I have a if keyword. If keyword will check some condition. If this condition true, then whatever we write inside the if, this block of code will run. If what they write inside this is false, then if you go to else, then whatever write in the else block of code will run. Okay, this is what guys we will do in all the programming language. Same thing we're going to do in shell scripting also. Okay, only difference would be in the shell scripting, the use case will be different. Okay, and syntax will be different because programming to programming languages, the syntax will always always vary and different. Okay, so what syntax of the shell scripting we'll discuss in a minute, but let me give you some use cases. It's very interesting use case. For example, I want to do something. I want to create a app or script for automation. That's what we're learning the script. My script had to do something with the internet. I want my script will go somewhere, download something, then do something, upload something, mail something, and then so on. But whatever you want to do with the internet, first of all, you need an internet connectivity. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to check the internet connectivity. So my question is, how you check the internet connectivity? Open the browser, open the Google. That's how we check. Or instead, you want to save the time, you can use ping command. And you can pick the Google. Or there's a lot of IP available in the market. You can ping. For example, one of the IP available in the market is called one of the Google IP. So this is one of the IP. You can ping any other IPs also. There's an IP there. This is one of the IP of Google server. Okay. If this is ping, means my interconnected. And how I check interconnectivity? Okay. If you see some time, okay, the time means you're internet connected. But let's say I'm just trying to do some random number here. 1 point, let's say 4. This is also by chance available. Let me take some other number. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 89. So you can see nothing is happening. No, there is no time, means internet is not connected. Now my point is, this line say internet is not connected, this line say internet connected. How you know? Because you know the concept of basic networking. By the time if you doesn't know, I explain to you. Okay, if internet connected or this IP is pingable or connected, then time come up. If there is no time, either this site is not there, if this IP is not there, or maybe internet is not there. But by the time we have kind of some of the guy, it means internet is there in my laptop. The point here is what I'm trying to tell you, because you know the concept. When some output gonna come up something like this, that means internet is there. Okay, so as a human being, we can take a manual decision. But same thing I want to check with the programming language, scripting. I want my script will go and check internet connectivity or not. Okay, again I repeat. I want my script will tell me your internet is connected or is not connected. How we can do so? So for this, what we can do, again I'm repeating guys, I'm pinging to this IP, this is one of the IP of Google, because this IP is connected, this is pingable. How I know? Because this some time is coming up. It means my internet is connected. I'm talking everything as a manual way, but I want to do it in the automated way. Okay, how we can do? So for this, what we can do, okay, by chance there's one more thing I have to add here. If you do ping in Linux, they keep on pinging. First ping, second ping, third packet, fourth packet, fifth packet. They won't stop. It's an infinite loop. Okay. So if you want to check the ping, this we can change the counter also. How many packet you want to send? Let's say 3 packet. So they say first packet, second, third. That's all. They automatically stop. And obviously, guys, you want to check. For example, I want to check you guys. You guys are mobile phone is on or not. I just do one ring. If one ring goes, it means you are connected. So I can also send one packet also. If this packet goes and this time gonna come up, that means we have connected. That's all. But point is, again, I'm doing everything manual. Everything manual. I'm doing a checking from my eyes is a manual. I want to do it automate. So how we can do automate? Okay, it's very simple. Whenever you run ping command to see the connectivity to the internet or to the Google or to some of the IP address, if you are connected, then ping command behind the scenes send exit code. Successful. That is called 0. Okay. So if I see echo, $question mark is what? 0. But if your internet is down, or maybe you try to ping some of the IP that is not available actually, then ping command behind the scenes send the exit code that is not 0. That is not 0. So ping is trying for some time, the automatically stop. Okay, and it's not 0, it's 1. Okay, it means this variable we can use. We can use somewhere. And how we can use? Okay, now here I can use if or else. Okay, but for if or else, guys, what we need? We need a boolean. We need a boolean. Okay, so for this, what we can do? Okay, if you guys might know something like this, for example, if I had x equals to 5, if I had y equals to 10, if I check these guys are equal or not, we write double equals to is equality operator. If both are equal, it means true, means right. Okay, that's what we do. Okay, but you want to check, does y is greater than x? Yes, 10 is greater than 5. That means they're true. So this is true, this is false, they're not equal. That's what we do in the programming world, right? Okay. In such scripting, there's a little difference. In such scripting, instead of double equals to, we use a special keyword called -eq. have equivalence equal to. Instead of greater than, we use a keyword called GT. GT means greater than. Instead of less than, we use a keyword called LE, less than. Instead of greater than equals to, we use the keyword called GE, greater than equal to, and so on. This is the keyword we use. So if you want to check the equality, means this called comparison, equality thing I can say, between two number, and those are numbers. So you want to do some checking, this called comparison between the numbers, then we use these keywords. These keywords. Okay, so let me show you how we can do. So let's say this 5 is equals to 5. Okay, this we don't use, even though some of the cell version support. Again, I'm repeating it. This syntax support by some of the cell version. We are told there's multiple cell in the market: C cell, SS cell, bash shell, and cell is software guys, bash. So there's multiple versions. Some of the versions might support this, but the main key is this one. Equal. And to run this check, what we are doing, I'm testing 5 is equals to 5 or not. I'm testing this. And for testing, we have a command for this called test command. That's all. Okay. So when I run test command, they check 5 is equal to 5 or not. And if they equal, this test command will send the exit code. And exit code is what? 0. Okay. But if this 5 is equals to 6, no. How we know? Test command behind the scene send exit code. Okay. And exit code would be not 0. This is how it works. The point is, in every programming language, we use Boolean true and false for checking the comparisons. But in shell, we don't use Boolean. Shell does not support Boolean data type. Instead, they use exit code, where true is equals to 0 exit code, and false is equals to any other number apart from 0. And why is it important? Because shell support if keyword, and if always ask what? Conditions. And condition we always give in Boolean in every programming languages. But here we don't give Boolean. What we give? We give exit code. Exit code. Okay, that means if I write something like this, if my exit code is 0, then if say for me is true, if it's true, then they run their block of code. Okay, but if I give something else, for example, let's say 1. If this is 1, means exit code is 1, then this condition is not true. They won't run their block of code, then go to else. They run their else block of code. This is how it works. Let's show you the demo. You will understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm writing if as a keyword here. I'm asking if you are looking for the exit code, I want you to just go check 5 is equals to 5 or not. And for checking, we have to use test command. Test one command here. Command here. This command will check their equality. If they equal, they give you true, means exit code 0. If they are true, then do something. So normally, guys, in any other programming languages, okay, whenever you write if, then you write condition, then you write curly braces. In shell scripting, we does not support curly braces here in the if. Instead of curly braces start, we use then keyword. That means we are going to start the block of code of the if. So we have to use a keyword called then. It means if block of code start. Now inside this block of code, what do you want to do? For example, let's say I want to print something, both are equal, equal. Then I don't do something and say echo, okay, bye. So whatever I want to write in the block of code, you can put all the commands here. Commands here. But if both are not equal, then we go to else. Okay, then we can actually use the keyword called else. And we can write here in the else block of code, not equal, for example. Okay, so in the shell scripting, guys, or in the shell, I can say we does not use curly braces, start and stop. Okay, if this is the condition, this technical equals to exit code. But don't worry, if you don't understand the exit code, you can think it's a condition. Then means is a keyword of again shell. It means from here your block of code of if start. After this, whatever write, it is your statements, one statement two inside the block of code. Else means now your block of code stop and this new keyword start else, like a normal else. Then this is a block of code else. And then if you want to stop, if this is else, you want to stop if, then after this there is nothing. Because there is no curly braces. To tell there is nothing after this, there is a normal statement gonna come up or loop gonna come up, whatever you write after this. To tell this is if, I want to stop the if, then for this we have a special keyword called fi. Fi is also one keyword to means now whatever condition we are checking till here, I want to close this guy, that's all. Now output gonna come up, right? Now what do you see, guys? Because if both are equal, so this block of code run and they print both. Both. Like this. And technically what I write in the command line, if you use the arrow key, it becomes a complete code. And this code you can put in a file and run again. So let me take the command from here. Let me go to one of my other terminal. I can directly copy paste also here if you want. Again they run. Or I can go to some of my folder. Let me create a new file, let's say c.ss. I can also put here in the file as a script. Okay, and to make this code look and feel better, what I can do, I can just write this is the if, this is the condition, then this is the first block of line or statement, this is the second statement, and this is the else, and this is the else condition statement of this if. Okay, so now this look very clear. If this is a condition, if condition is true, means execute code 0, then this block of code run. If this is false, means execute code is not 0, then else block of code will run. For example, if I make this guy 6, so both are equal? No. It will go to else and they will run this code. So when I run this code, you can see they are not equal. Okay, that means what if is looking for? They are not looking for true or false. They're looking for exit code. If they're looking for exit code, so you know what I can do? Now this is a very interesting demo. What I can do, okay, let's say my plan is to run the date command. But there's chance this command is not available. It's not available. Or maybe available, I don't know. Okay, so what I can do, I can say if you go and run this command, enter. You know what happened? In this case, if we'll go and run this command, and if this command runs successful, then this command will return what? Exit code 0. So what if we'll get? 0. It means they will run their block of code then. Let's say I can run, okay, date is available, is there. Or if date command is not available in your system, there's chances some OS might not have a date command. Okay, so in this case I will say else if date command is not there, so we'll say contact to admin, they find some other command and so on. And if I say if close. So what is, guys? First they run this command, date, you can see the date output. And because this command runs successfully, so you know what I did here? I say if date command runs successfully, then do this. And what to do? Print date is there. So it is my point here is finally the conclusion is what you can do if you have any specific requirement. Okay, please go and download data. So I can run the download command here. Please go and send mail. I can add the mail command here. Please go and check your memory usage. I can add the memory usage command here. Okay, and if this command runs successfully, if this command runs successfully, then what other action you want to perform? Or if this command does not run successfully, then what you want to do? So my point is simple. Till date, we just run the command. Either they run, either they don't run. Okay? Understand? But now what I'm doing? While running the command, I'm also taking a decision. If this command run successfully, then do this. If this command does not run successfully, then do this. For example, let me come back to ping command. I can say if go and run the ping command on this IP address. Send only one single packet. Otherwise, you keep on running, there is no reason. Okay. If this command runs successfully, it means you have a network connected. This IP is live, this IP is connected. Then if this is true, then you can print internet is connected. But by chance this IP is not there, there's a possibility the internet is also not there, because this is the IP of Google. Google IP mostly does not shut down. So in this case, just print the message echo no internet. Okay, and then I write if I to close. Let's see here what happened. Internet is connected. It's connected. Okay, so what I did, I create a program for internet check. My internet is live or not. This is what the command program we create. But if you have a requirement to create a program to check the internet connectivity, in this case, I don't want so much extra information here. I only see this information. So from where this information is coming from? Ping command. So any command, guys, who is giving you some output, if you does not want this output to become on the screen, okay, so what you can do? You can redirect the output to where? To some file. But let's say I don't want to redirect this output to file because this output is not useful for me. So I have to consume the hard disk space. So in this case, you can send this output to garbage. It won't store anywhere, neither in RAM, neither on hard disk. Okay, so for this, any output it does not want to store anywhere, does not want to store in the hard disk, but it does not want to print on the screen also. So you can redirect this output to one special device, and this device is kind of garbage. Garbage means no hard disk, no RAM. They will technically eliminate. And that device is actually called dev null. Dev null. Dev null. That means if this command gives some output, I am not interested in the output. Redirect this output, don't print on the screen, you have to put in some device that will remove this data from the RAM and from the hard disk. Clear? No problem. And why I'm doing this? Because now this command I can run with if. If run this command, if this command runs successfully, then say we live, we are alive, we live something. Go looking up. Else, if internet is not there, no connection. Fi. Yeah, we live. It means before you do any scripting to do something on the internet, is always good practice. First check the internet connectivity. If internet is connected, then we can write our remaining part over here. If internet is not connected, we can tell the message to the one who is going to run the script, hey, first go and check your internet connectivity. First go enable the internet connectivity, then come back and run this code. Okay, so these are some great examples Great examples. Let me copy this code. We might use again and again. So this is a, let's say, internet check .sh as a script. Okay. The point is, can you check the entire entity by yourself? Yes, but it will be manual. I want it to be automated. And for automation, what we did, we create a script. But in this case, understand one thing. Why you want to check the entire connectivity? Because if internet is there, this is your requirement, condition. Then you do something. It means what do you have to use? You have to use if or else. If internet is there, this command will give you exit code 0. Means successful. If it's successful, then I run my block of code. If this is not successful, it means internet is not connected, then I will run this block of code. Okay? So technically in our case, what we can do? Let's say requirement is to send the mail to Gmail. The requirement is to go to internet, download some software. Okay, download some software. So what you can do? Okay, you can first run the command to check the internet connectivity. If internet is connected, then whatever you want to do, remaining code you can write here. Okay. If internet is not there, then this code won't run. You can say, please go and check network connectivity, again rerun to me. And one more small thing I want to tell guys here. In the scripting, you don't need to give a space. Without space, also thing will work. But your code does not look good in terms of readability. So after then, all the statement what you write of the if block, give some space. That's called indent. It's not compulsory. If you know Python, there is compulsory, but here it is not compulsory. But it's good practice to give the indent. Okay. So I said guys, take 5 minutes. Everyone offline, online, because this concept is very important. Okay. After 5 minutes, we'll continue with the next part. Do practice till here. Online guys also, please do practice till here. If is a keyword. After if, okay, you can give your command name, any command name, whatever you know. ls command, date command, cal command, ping command. Okay, this is a one of the syntax of if. Okay, and this command, if they're successful, then whatever I write here, that statement will run. If this command does not run successfully, then they go to else, and all the command statement run in the else will run. And to close this if we use fi keyword. This is one of the syntax. Other syntax is, okay, we're gonna if, and if I do some comparison, equals to greater than something like this. Let's say 5 is equals to 5 or not. Then we use eq as a keyword between. But to test this equality, we have test command actually. Test command. Okay, so whenever you have requirement, let you have one data in one variable, one data, one variable, you have to check if both data equal or not, greater than or not. Okay, to do the checking, that's called condition checking, we have test keyword. And for equal to, not equals to, I told you guys there's a lot of keyword available. These are the keyword you can use. But finally test also guys behind the scene give you exit code. Logic is remaining same. If this exit code is true, then this block code will run. If his exit code is not true, then this block code run, then F5. Okay? So depend on the scenario guys. If you want to run the command and then take the decision, then use this. This for the command. But if you have some data and based on the data condition check, you want to take a decision, then use this syntax. So both is usable depending upon where you fitting. Okay? Okay. So let me tell you one more time. If scenario is you are running one command and you want to take the decision based on the command running or command execution. If command that you run, if they run successfully, then I want to do something. Then use this syntax. example, example. Okay, I am running one command. Let's say mkdir. Okay, I am going to create a directory. Let's say de1. Okay, so guys, by chance, you know what happened? Whenever you use mkdir command, if directory already exists, this command fail. Now what we can do here? Because we know fail, because I'm sitting directly here as a human being. So as a manually I can check is fail. Or because fail, so what I can do, I can go and change the name. But I want to do it manually, in the automated way. So what I can do, I'll tell my if, go and check this command. If this command runs successfully, then create the directory. Who will check? If. Okay, I say if directory is not there, create, it means this will run successfully. If run successfully, then print the message, for example, done, directory successfully. But by chance, if this directory is already available, okay, so what I want to do, I want to create different directory name. Which one? You can write here command dd2, okay, and if I. So technically, I am first checking if directory is not available, create. Create means this command runs successfully. Success means the exit code is 0. If it's 0, then their success. Success means they run this block of code, means they only print this message, done, successful. But if directory is not created successfully, means this command fail. Okay, then I show you this command always fail with error. If the fail, then I say if something fail, then go to else, and what I ask in the else goes. Okay, so if you see this directory was not created but created. But if the condition is, let's say this directory let me remove, so this command rmdir to remove the directory. This directory is not available. Now I run this syntax again one more time. This can't check directory available. No. They will create yes. This command successful. Yes. In this case, message code done successful. It could be unlimited use case, because this very common practice. Very common practice. We don't run the command blindly. We always want to check the conditions. What if? Because you know, in the real world, corporate world, one command can set the security. By chance this can't fail, then what happened? We thought security implemented, but it's not implemented. It's a big loophole then. So what we did? We write if run the command for security. If this command runs successfully, means security implemented, then say it's done. But by chance the security command fail, it will tell me it's failed. So if say the command fail, it means security is not implemented, then it will go to else. And else we can send the mail to my administrator. Hey, this command we trying to run is failed. What to do? Okay. So in the real world, all the main critical command, it is not at all good practice to run blindly. Blindly means in this way, in this way, on this way. It's more like a naked command. Naked means we are just running it. They run, they don't know, they does not run, we don't know. Okay, always check the conditions. Okay, because mostly we do a backup. Why do backup? For disaster recovery. We implement security for safeguard ourselves. Okay, we send mail to notify something. Okay, everything is a command, but we does not know this command runs successfully or not. Who will tell us if or else? Okay, so this is the core idea, and for this syntax. Okay, so practice this now. So I give you multiple examples. Some of the example go and practice, or can practice this example also. Take 5 more minutes, then we'll continue with the next part. Yes, Satri, you also write, that's very interesting. Someone guys write one more interesting code here. Instead we pick the hard IP hard coded, they take the IP from the command line to test the connectivity. We take the IP and then we ping. This also we can do, right? This is also one extra thing we can do on the top of this. Andrew, if you are not getting any output from ping command, it means your VM is not connected to the internet. Okay, if some of guys internet is not connected to a VM, okay, then you can go to your VM. There's a wire connected. You can turn off and turn on. If you want your VM, Red Hat VM, to be connected to the internet, go to in your desktop top right corner. The wire connected. Turn off and turn on. If this option is not coming up, then go to settings. If you're not coming up, go to settings. In the settings, go to network, and they are not enabled. You just go enable this. This is blue. Just enable this toggle. Okay. So if your net is not connected, internet is not connected, do this. Okay. Now practice, guys, this thing, this command, or you can practice this command. To take 5 more minutes, then we go to next part. It's very important concept, very useful.